So this is the new hottest and latest thing for a bathroom, and that is a bidet toilet seat that you install on your existing toilet. It even comes with a remote. So I want to show you how to install this. This is very popular, and I think you're going to love it. A good toilet installation always begins with waterproofing the underlayment around the toilet area. In this scenario, I had a heated flooring system that I put floor leveler over, and I'm going to be using Schluter-Kerdi membrane as a waterproofing membrane around the toilet area. The biggest rule with this, anything that you overlap the membrane, you want to overlap by 2 inches. And as you can see, I'm doing the corners along with a pipe seal around the pipe valve. So the entire alcove is now 100% waterproof. So if there's any accidents, you know you're going to have a waterproof system. So once you install the tile, you want to cut a 3.5-inch hole where your waste stack is and use a push-in fitting, flange fitting, that has a rubber gasket. The rubber gasket will seal to the inside of the pipe. Just make sure that your toilet bolts will be 12 inches away from the wall, and use 2-inch galvanized screws to secure that to the floor. Be sure that the flange sits flat on top of that tile. And then one of the easiest, fastest ways to install a shutoff valve is to simply use a Sharkbite push-on fitting. You just want to make sure you sand that pipe really well, put on your escutcheon plate, and then use a deburring tool and a marker to make sure that you slip that Sharkbite fitting all the way on to where it's supposed to be. But it's a real simple, fast way to install a shutoff valve. And then to prepare the toilet flange, you just want to use a standard wax ring. You don't need a very big wax ring with a toilet flange like this that sits on top of the tile. Just set your bolts, and then when you set the toilet, just be sure that it sits nice and flush and flat on the floor. And then you want to just install your caps, your washer caps, and basically just tighten down those bolts. And then I like to use linesmans to actually just cut those toilet bolts off. Just wiggle it off and you can break it and just add one more quarter turn to the bolts. Okay, so when it comes to actually installing the bidet seat, you want to install the bracket first. That's adjustable. It has some standard bolts that connect to the toilet. Not much different than a normal toilet seat. It's just that the bidet seat is actually going to slide on to that bracket, and you want to hear a click when you do that, and then you can adjust it to fit your toilet properly. And then the next step is to install the 2-way water supply splitter to your fill valve. Just be sure you use the rubber gasket before you connect it to the fill valve. And then you just want to use a standard toilet water supply to your valve. And I typically just like to hand tighten it and then just go 1/4 turn past tightness with your wrench. And then you connect your supply line from your bidet to the water supply, and then obviously just plug it in and you're ready to go. So thanks so much for watching. I hope some of those tips helped you out. My goal is to simplify bathroom remodeling. So please subscribe, give us a like, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks. Tub. So I'm going to show you how to install that, how to install this freestanding tub.